starting at 360 a couple of times. Like, he goes past Chris Paul, and it's not like he looked at him, but he kind of like let him know, like little corner of the eye kind of thing.
Well, he looked at him.
Scowl.
Chris didn't acknowledge him.
Not at all.
So it looked like he kind of didn't look at him all the way, but he did. I like that, though.
What's that moment like? Like, if did that?
Nothing, ain't nothing you can say.
Like a corner just kind of gives you that as you're
Nothing.
running,
You know, it's at that particular moment, there's nothing you can say.
Nothing.
It's like
I just look away.
It's like when you've been in the stadium and like you're ranked high, and then people start saying overrated. Nothing you can say. It's just you charge it to the game, man.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do.
Well, that's the thing about this Bucks team. Keyshawn J. Will Zubin, presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Not overrated, but maybe we don't give them enough credit. I mean, at times we've been critical of Mike Budenholzer, also of Giannis. He goes to the free throw line at home, and it's a much different story, isn't it? Although you did hear some Suns fans that were in the building counting early in the game when he got to the free throw line. That went away quickly. He was 13 of 17 from the free throw line. But he had more free throws than the Suns did as a team in this game.
But that's because he's going down low and he's playing bully ball. He's doing exactly what his size will allow him to do.
Yeah, downhill.
You downhill. If he stays downhill the rest of the way, he's going to be at the free throw line 17 times.
And DeAndre Ayton got into foul trouble early, so there was really nobody else out there to protect the rim, to just put up a wall, any of that stuff.
There's two things that happen to big guys like that. On the offensive end, when people are trying to do something with them down low. They either going to get fouled, right, to the point, and they're going to be at the line, or they're going to make buckets. That's all that's going to happen to you when you're that good and that dominant in the paint. You take advantage of it. That was Diesel. Think about with Shaq. Shaq get his butt right on the block. And there's nothing you can do. You either going to grab him and hope that he's going to the foul line and miss. Otherwise, he's going to dunk on your face in the rain. The net is going to be in your throat because he's going to pull it down.
He's going to Chris Dudley you right into the sideline. Giannis went for 41 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. Like I said, 13 of 17 from the free throw line. So he got to the line. That was a bit of a story, too, because it was 26 free throws for the Bucks and only 16 for the Suns. That's always going to be the loser's lament about the free throws. And, you know, of course.
If you're not driving to the cup or you don't have your big down low, where are you going to get the fouls from?
Yeah, well, that's the other part. A lot of jump shots.
Yeah.
A lot of mid-range stuff that wasn't going down. But, you know, the Scott Foster, Chris Paul aspect was in play last night as well. But, you know, again, as we said, we talked about what the Suns didn't do. We talked about Devin Booker not playing well. What about what the Bucks did well? That's the part that matters most to a coach like Mike Budenholzer. He talked about Giannis and another 40-point performance from his superstar.
You know, he's just doing whatever it takes to help his team, to help us. You know, he's in an aggressive mindset. He always plays that way. But I thought he played with the pass well, made some great reads, found guys, played against the zone. He just did a little bit of everything, offensive boards, putbacks. You know, so we need a lot from him, and that's what he does.
You didn't like that, did you? The tone.
No. I thought the tone here is fine.
But that's the same tone that you get.
He has been consistent. You're right. He's been consistent.
Even when you lose, that's the same tone you get.
You're right.
And so why I asked you that question, though, if I took that same tone and I gave that same tone to a more aggressive coach in a sport.
Pete Carroll, how does he talk after this win?
Pete Carroll would just tell you simply, I expected Giannis to do that. That's why he's the MVP.
Loves him, right? He'll talk about how much he loves him, what he means to us, like all the emotion comes out.
But my point is, if I gave you that same, everything Bud said, and I dropped it into Pete Carroll's voice or whatever, you'd be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Same words.
So you think it's more the delivery? Like you say, it's not what he's saying, it's the delivery.
It's the delivery.
That he is just monotone. That's who he is as a coach.
Boring.
But
it sounds so boring, right? When he was saying it right there, I was like, why did we even play that?
Right.
Like, let me go to sleep.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's like, but if I gave it to Pete, or I gave it to Parcells, or I gave it to Coach Riley, or I gave it to somebody like Steve Kerr that just got a little more of that, you would embrace that. I'm guaranteed 100% you would embrace that.
Is that really what it is? Am I falling for that? Am I falling for the delivery?
You fell for it.
Is that what this is?
You fell for it.
Wow.
You fell for it.
888-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Are the Bucks back in this series after this win, or is it they had to do what they did, they had the crowd behind them, and now it's a matter of can they do it again? Key, that's the question. Can they do it again? But
Yes.
this is, again, you bring up Coach Bud. You bring it up. And I'm first to admit, and I know Jeff Van Gundy, I felt like he was talking to me last night during the broadcast.
Guilty.
But right away, I'm like, come on, Jeff. But he's just saying, I don't understand all these people that criticize Budenholzer. They don't know basketball. I'm like, that hurt. That one hurt because I feel like I do. And I feel like I watch a team that is so maddening at times.
So let me ask you this, though. How did they get here? Did they get here just because Giannis alone, that Giannis carried them all by himself to the
championship? They got here because Kevin Durant's foot was on a three-point line.
See, but that's not fair.
I'm sorry.
That's not fair,
That
though.
is the story of their run to the finals.
It's not fair, though.
Kevin Durant almost single-handedly knocked them out of the playoffs. His toe is on the three-point line.
What word did
Come
you
on,
just
Key.
use? Almost.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. Because
they didn't stop him. He stopped himself.
Durant is getting ready for the Olympics right now, which is another conversation.
Oh, we got to get to that.
So think about it. Yes, Kevin Durant, if three would have went down, they wouldn't be here. But they are here. And the whole
you
point
could also
is,
say that if Kyrie Irving doesn't get hurt,
we
if
can
he
say
doesn't
that
get hurt, there's no way to get out of that
ifs and
series.
buts and blah, blah, blahs. We can do that all day long.
Yeah, we can. Right,
but
we can. I have more ammunition for
and
you.
And the coach obviously has to get some sort of kudos for being a part of it. It ain't autopilot.
All right, yes.
He's got to make some adjustments. He's got to be able to tell Giannis, stop shooting threes, get down low. This is what we need to do.
He's got to tell.
Defensively, Drew, I need you to lock down Booker.
Right.
Here's how we want to do it. Here, don't switch off. This is what we're doing. I want you to get over the screens. I want you to get under this. He has to do something. The guys.
Well, I'm not saying he's not doing anything. It's not that he's not doing anything as a coach, all right? I'm not saying that. But, like you just were talking about, the delivery sometimes is just
you mad at him about the delivery.
Well, because when your
can't-
team is down and you can just get the same monotone, it's like, guy, give me a break.
That's just
Give me a little
personality.
something. You're right. I'm
And
learning
so
that
my
as
whole
we
point-
go.
But the reason that I'm like, Coach,
But to act like
Van
this guy's
Gundy-
like in this guy's going like he's Red Auerbach all of a sudden with the way he coaches, that's a bit strong.
It's
like
not
you
like
saying
he's Red Auerbach.
But you
It's the
saying
fact
Devin
that-
Booker shouldn't be compared to somebody it's me saying that Coach Bud he's a good coach, but let's not put him in the pantheon of great coaches because they're in the
doing
finals.
that, but people
He's had fortune work for him in the playoffs.
Has been crushing this dude forever, and all he continues. They're down 2-0, they come back. They're down 2-0, they come back. It just there's something there.
I'll tell you what,
he
I'll
gets his
change my
48
tune
hours.
if
He
they
gets
win
his
game
48
4.
hours or so to make the necessary adjustments that he makes.
Now he gets 2 days.
Well,
now he gets another
2
2 days. If they win
That may
game
be
4,
too much
I
time.
start to change my tune. I'll tell you that. If they win game 4,
But all I'm saying is, let's be fair when you are critiquing his ability as a coach. You got to be fair, because if it's a Nate McMillan and he's making the adjustments and they come back, the first thing we do is we jump on the table and we say, see, that's the coach. He's making the adjustments. That's all I'm saying. Just be fair.
yeah, I think I am being fair.
Coach Gundy doesn't think so. Coach Van Gundy.
We need to get anybody out there that was critical of Coach Bud, and you heard Jeff say that. How many of you also felt the same way I did? Because the minute I heard, I'm like, damn, Jeff, that one hurt. They came right for me on that one. But
You heard it loud and clear, too.
Perk was also saying the same thing. I mean, that's
Well,
just,
Perk told me Friday that it was over.
he did say that. Anyways. How about this, though? Which second-year quarterback, because again, it's some NFL conversation. Second year, you and I talked about, speaking of first take, we talked about this. It was a lively discussion, and let's continue with it. Second-year quarterback who's under the most pressure this season. Of course, we'll continue with the NBA Finals talk as well, and we'll answer that and more after I tell you a little about Rumble On. So do you have a motorcycle, ATV, or even a truck that's sitting in your garage that you've been waiting to sell? With Rumble On,